its various name that is associated into the different regions of the world. We have also discussed about the wind pattern and its movement and its relations to the oceanic surfaces or the area of extent in terms of its dimensions, the wind velocity, and the other features that is related to the tropical cyclone. Here we are going to focus especially over the concept of the origin of the tropical cyclone. If you gone through about the literature or the books that is related to the origin of tropical cyclone, then you will find that there is no any acceptable or there is no any general theory that is related to the origin of tropical cyclone. Nobody can claim that their theory is right and others are wrong. However, largely there are the two types of the theories that is related to the origin of the tropical cyclone. First theory that is coming from the root of the frontogenesis, that is related to the frontal theory of the origin of the cyclone, especially the tropical cyclone also. These range of scholars have dealt that origin of tropical cyclone is related to the formation of the front. Basically, it is related to the intertropical front, or there are the few scholars who have claimed that because of the regional variations of the temperature in terms of the land areas versus oceanic surfaces, these variations of temperature causes for the formation of the two different air masses over the land and the oceanic surfaces. And when these two air masses converge with each other, then that causes to the formation of the tropical cyclone. However, many scholars have rejected this view of the association of tropical cyclone with the front generation, because this tropical cyclone that is formed in the tropical areas, especially above the 5-degree north latitude and towards 25-degree north latitudes, and below the 5-degree south latitudes and towards the 25-degree south latitudes, these regions have the uniform temperature. More or less they are uniform in terms of the air masses and their characteristics. There is no convergence of the contrasting air masses. That's why the possibilities of the origin of tropical cyclone on the basis of the front formation is not highly and mostly accepted by the range of scholars in the field of climatology. Then how this tropical cyclone is originated? Then another concept that is related to the origin of tropical cyclone is thermal heating concept, or the thermal concept, or the temperature as a cause for the generation of this tropical cyclone. What is temperature? Temperature indicates about the degree of hotness and coldness of the any body or the substances. It measures the amount of energy that possesses by any body or the any surfaces. Actually, during the summer season, or because of the excessive heating of the tropical oceanic water, it generates the more moisture over the oceanic surfaces, and moist air, or the air that has the more moisture, are the basis for the formations of this cyclone, because of this cyclone is associated with the tropical oceanic surfaces, and because of the excessive heating of that tropical oceanic surfaces, we see the more moisture or the more evaporation occur, and that causes to provide the more moisture and more water vapor in the atmosphere of the in the air of the of or in the air above that warm oceanic surfaces. That's why the prior conditions and the first conditions that is required for the generation and for the production of this tropical cyclone is the temperature of the oceanic surfaces must be around 27 degrees Celsius, and that must be above 27 degrees Celsius. If the temperature will be high, then the warm oceanic water will be heated more, and that will cause for the very lower atmospheric pressure that will be formed over the oceanic water surfaces. This is in the form of the heat engine. That is in the form of the heat engine. Because of the excessively heating of that surfaces, the temperature over that area, if the pressure over that area will be very low, then it will be provide the more moisture in the form of latent heat of condensation. Another aspects that is required for the formation of cyclone is latent heat of condensation. Yes, Atik Nawaz, you want to ask? Actually, the water surface that will be heated more in compared to the land area that is surrounded to that water surfaces. The tropical cyclone is not associated only with that warm oceanic water, but the pressure differences in compared to the other areas that surrounds the warm oceanic water. And we see that the land areas is there around that water, heated water or the water surfaces. In Bay of Bengal, we see the coastal areas of the India, the coastal areas of the Bangladesh, the coastal areas of the Southeast Asia, the coastal areas of the Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia, as well as the northeastern hilly part of the India. That all the areas that is land characteristic, that are land masses, and the Bay of Bengal water, that is the oceanic water, oceanic surfaces, and the variations over the land and water masses, water characteristics are there. If that whole warm oceanic water will be cool, will get more moisture, then the water surface has the less much amount of the moisture in compared to the land areas. If the water will be heated more, then there is the possibilities of the generation of the larger release of the latent heat, and that larger value of latent heat will not be there over the land areas. The excessively heating of that water is should be seen in compared to the heating of the heating process of the land areas over the surrounding land areas of that oceanic surfaces. It is not in isolation. If there is the low pressure, excessively heating of that low pressure, heating of that oceanic surfaces will cause for the very high, very low atmospheric pressure over that oceanic surfaces. And in compared to the land areas, the pressure will be high, and that will be march on and move around that low pressure system. And that will cause to the cyclone formation. Besides the low pressure formation over the oceanic surfaces, there is the latent heat that is also required for the formation of the tropical cyclone, and that is the prior conditions, that is the primary conditions for the formation of tropical cyclone. The energy to wind and the energy for the wind movement is provided by the latent heat of condensation. And what is latent heat? We see that latent heat is the such type of the amount of energy that is required for the transformation of the one state of matter towards the another state of matter. Suppose liquid water has to be converted into the warm into the moisture, then it required the more energy to convert the water moisture, water vapor, water liquid into water moisture. There is the solid state of water, that is the snow or the ice, that required the energy to convert into the water in liquid, and that is provided by the heat or the temperature, and that is stored in that liquid. जब इसको बर्फ को गर्म करते हैं तो वो हीट स्टोर हो जाता है लिक्विड में. It required lesser amount of heat to convert to the water of snow or the water of ice into the water in liquid, but it required more heat energy to convert the water in liquid to the water in the gaseous state, that is water vapor. ये एनर्जी कहाँ चली जाती है? That latent heat is being stored in the water in the conversion of ice to the liquid, and further it is released when when it enters into the further it is stored when it transforms from water in liquid to the water in gaseous state, that is air moisture. जब ये एयर मॉइस्चर में बदल जाता है तो वो हीट एनर्जी स्टोर्ड रहती है. Further, when this moisture is being condensed into the minute water droplets, then it further released due to the release of that latent heat of energy. Latent heat, it provides the energy. When the air moisture further converted into minute water droplets, then there is the release of the heat energy, and that is known as release of latent heat of condensation. And that provide the basis and that provide the energy to the tropical cyclone. And you know that it is more than the 10,000 bomb of the atom bomb that is fall down over the Nagasaki and Hiroshima. उससे ज्यादा जो है आपकी एनर्जी ये आपके ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन जो है ये रखता है. जितना आप नागासाकी और हिरोशिमा पे जितना आप बम्बार्डमेंट करते हैं, उससे 10,000 times more energy is being stored by this type of the velocity of the wind, and that is generated by the release of the latent heat of condensation. And it is only possible over the warm oceanic surfaces where the moisture is being released due to evaporation, and that provides the velocity, and that causes for the circulatory movement and motions of the air because of the pressure variance over the surrounding areas, and in compared to the oceanic surfaces area where the very low pressure is created. Getting the point how it is generated. And other things that is required for this formation and origin of tropical cyclone is Coriolis force. We know that Coriolis force is the such type of the force that causes deflection in the wind movement. And because the very minimum amount of the deflection power over the equator, this cyclone does not generate, the tropical cyclone does not form over the equatorial part of the earth, that is 5 degree north to the 5 degree south latitudes of the globe. Because of the larger Coriolis force, if we move 5 degree north and above that, and 5 degrees south and below that, in both the hemisphere, we see the Coriolis force that causes the much deflection of the air in its movement is required for the further generations and for the creation of this tropical cyclone. Then another conditions and characteristics that is also associated with the tropical cyclone generation is intertropical convergence zone. And we know that in the summer season of the north that occurred in the month of June, when the sun shines vertically overhead at Tropic of Cancer, the whole intertropical convergence shifted towards the north side, and that is formed near to the latitude of 20° north latitude. And this North Intertropical Convergence Zone NITCZ is associated with this formation of the cyclone and its movement. In the same way, in the southern hemisphere, during the southern summer season that occurred in the month of December, when the sun shines vertically overhead at Tropic of Capricorn, we see this formation of cyclone because of the south intertropical convergence zone, and that is much required for the formation of this tropical cyclone. Another features that is related to the upper troposphere is that if over the surface there is the cyclone in the same height, in the same position at upper height, at upper atmosphere, there must be the anticyclone, and wind moves from the above to the ground, and it further heated up, and there is the certain circulation that occurred because of the anticyclone formation at the altitude of 9,000 to 15,000 meter above the area where the cyclone is formed. Then we see the descents of the air over the cyclonic area, and that provides further atmosphere and the air to move in a horizontal way and displaced and that comes to the center from outer margin towards the center, and that is the eye of the tropical cyclone. The central part of the low system, the central area of the low, that is the center of the very low pressure system, and the wind and the pressure increases in surrounding area. That area is known as the periphery, that is the outer margin, that is located at outer margin zone of the cyclone, and this area that is at the center of the cyclone, that is called as the eye of the cyclone. ये अक्सर सवाल ये पूछता है कि आई ऑफ द साइक्लोन किसे कहते हैं। तो अगर कोई पूछे कि आई ऑफ द साइक्लोन क्या है, तो आपको कहना है कि आई ऑफ द साइक्लोन is it represents the central and the core area of the tropical cyclone. And what is the characteristics of the eye of the cyclone? Then you have to say that it is the very highest temperature zone where very lowest pressure is recorded, and here the high relative humidity is found, but the sky is clear and weather is generally clear in the eye of the atmosphere. आपको ये ताज्जुब होगा कि जो सेंट्रल पार्ट है ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन का, वहां पे वेदर की क्लैरिटी मिलती है। हालांकि सबसे लो प्रेशर यहीं पे है, सबसे हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर यहीं पे है सेंटर पे जो कोर है, लेकिन यहाँ वेदर मोस्टली क्लियर होता है। Another features that is the eye wall, and that is the narrow band of the high wind speed. यहां से जो विंड निकलता है, this is the wall of the high speed wind. यहां से जो ये that is known as the eye wall, and that surrounds around the eye, and here the cumulonimbus cloud is recorded. ज्यादातर हम ये देखते हैं कि cumulonimbus cloud और जो heavy downpour and a very high rainfall is recorded in this belt, and because of the very high velocity of the wind speed and the wind movement is recorded in this place, where the eye wall is located at the 10 to 20 kilometers of the area from the outer part of the eye towards the inner part of that sections. Then there is the wind movement of spiral wind movement. That is zone of the spiral wind movement, and that surrounds the eye and the eye wall. The area that surrounds the eye as well as the eye wall is called as the spiral bands. And later on there is the annular belt, and the lastly the peripheral belt is recorded in the outer margin of the tropical cyclone. Then we have to focus upon the anticyclone. That is another important topic. Yes. No, generally, which type of cyclone? Tropical or temperate? No, generally, cyclone is formed where the low pressure is created, near to the surface, and the wind that comes around it. Okay, we have to focus upon the anticyclone. Anticyclone. एंटी मतलब अपोजिट. जैसे लोग कहते हैं he belongs to the anti party. I have the anti view. Anti means not anti. Anti means opposite to someone else. जैसे कोई चीज है उसका उल्टा एंटी. क्या लगता है आपको एंटी का मतलब क्या है?
So it's opposite.
It's opposite. And cyclone means a low pressure system. Cyclone का मतलब क्या है? Cyclone is the low pressure system where the wind moves from the outer margin towards the inner core. There is the low pressure system in the center and the high pressure system in the outer margin, and wind start moving from outer margin towards the central core in the circulatory pattern, and that is called a cyclone. और cyclone का opposite anticyclone. Anticyclone is the wind system, is the such type of the wind system where there is the high pressure areas in the center and the low pressure areas in the outer margin. Opposite to the cyclone. Cyclone में क्या है? Low pressure areas in the center and the high pressure areas in the outer margin, and pressure increases from center towards the outer margin. That is the features of the cyclone. But in anticyclone, we see that there is the such type of the wind pattern or the wind system where there is the high pressure system. There is the high pressure system in the center, and the pressure decreases if we move from the center towards the outer margin. If here is the 1000 millibar in the center, then temperature in outer margin will be 1990 millibar, 1998 millibar, 1996 millibar, and further it decreases in the form of 1994 millibar. The anticyclone can be defined, or the anticyclone is such type of the wind system where there is the high pressure in the central core areas and the pressure decreases if we move from the core towards the peripheral area. If there is the 1000 millibar pressure in the inner core, then pressure in the outer margin at 1998 millibar, then 1996 millibar, and 1994 millibar in the surrounding areas. So what will happen in these conditions? In this type of the wind system, we see the wind start moving from the central part towards the outer marginal part. It start moving from the central part towards the outer marginal area, because generally we see the wind follows and wind moves from the high pressure areas towards the low pressure areas. And here in this wind system, in the anticyclone, wind start moving cyclone. And generally, I have said that anticyclone is such type of the wind movement or the wind system or the pressure system where there is the high pressure areas in the center and the low pressure areas in the outer margin. In that respect, wind will start diverging from its center towards the outer margin, and wind will move from the central core areas towards the outer peripheral areas. And that type of the wind movement or wind circulation that is recorded in the divergent wind movement or the divergent movement of air. Anticyclone will be recorded or the anticyclone will be observed in the areas of the divergent air movement or the divergent wind movement. And in the over the globe, we can see that there are the two areas that is generally called as the areas of the divergent wind movement. And that area is कौन से दो एरिया है जहां पे डाइवर्जेंट विंड मूवमेंट की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखने में आती है. Polar high is very good, and the subtropical high pressure belt area. Wherever there will be the high pressure belts over the Earth's surface, then the wind will start moving from the high pressure belt towards the low pressure belt areas. And generally over the globe, we see that there are the especially two areas where we see the divergent wind movement. First is the subtropical high pressure belt. And the second one is the polar high pressure belt. And you can see that the wind will start moving in the form of polar easterlies from the polar high pressure belt towards the subpolar low pressure belt. And there will be the wind will start moving from the subtropical high pressure belt towards the equatorial low pressure belt in the form of northeast trade wind, as well as we can also see the subtropical high pressure belt is the zone of the westerlies wind also. So we can see that this area over the Earth's surface that is near to the latitudes of the 25 to 35 degree north latitudes, that is the subtropical belt of the Earth, and 25 to 35 degree south latitudes, that is the subtropical belt of the southern hemisphere, and the 90 degree north and the 90 degree south latitudes, that is known as the polar high pressure belts of southern and the northern hemispheres. These high pressure belt areas of the Earth are the areas from where the wind start moving and diverging in the opposite directions. And wind will start. Suppose this is the high pressure areas. This is subtropical high pressure belt. And you will see that there is the westerlies wind movement. On the one hand, the westerlies will move towards the subpolar low, and there is the northeast trade wind movement. Then this subtropical high pressure belt area is characterized with the divergent wind movement, where the high pressure is in the center and the pressure decreases if we move towards the outer margin of that anticyclonic pattern. And this phenomena was studied by a scholar whose name is F. Galton. There was a scholar whose name was the F. Galton. In 1861, F. Galton had studied about this divergent wind movement, and he has said that there is the anticyclonic wind movement in this zone where the wind start diverging in the in the clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. Opposite to the cyclone, wind in the anticyclone moves in the clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere in this anticyclonic movement. This anticyclone is characterized with the very stable weather conditions, very uniform climate. There is the less precipitation, as well as the wind is generally stationary or sometimes very calm and feeble wind movement. And generally, there is a descending of the air in the subtropical areas, and it causes by the dynamic forces. हम देखते हैं कि सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर बेल्ट में the air descends from above to the ground, and because of that descending of the air, the parcel of air is heated by the dry adiabatic rate of heating, and that will resist to the upliftment of the air because of the adiabatic force of the descending air. Air will not be uplifted over the ground, and that's why, because of the adiabatic rate of heating, this anticyclonic pattern and anticyclonic characteristics recorded for the stability of the climate, as well as it is started for the aridity. It recorded as the arid conditions, less precipitation, low cloud formations, and weather is generally clear. Atmosphere is generally clear and stagnant, and generally it is the rainless, fair weather characteristics is recorded in these anticyclonic areas. Generally, anticyclone is of having the two types. One is called as the cold anticyclone, that is formed over the polar areas of the world, from where the polar easterlies wind diverges are initiated from the polar high pressure belt areas to polar low pressure belt areas. The cold anticyclone is formed over the areas of the high latitudes, that is the North Pole and the South Pole region, and there is the very cold temperature, dry conditions of the pressure, and the cold desert type of the formations are recorded. Or you can say that low moisture, dry conditions, cold temperature is the characteristics of the cold anticyclone. On the other hand, the warm anticyclone, that is called as the subtropical anticyclone, is created over the subtropical high pressure belt area where the temperature is high, where the pressure is high, as well as the temperature is also very high. But because of the descending of the air, it is produced not by thermal region, but this anticyclone is formed because of the dynamic forces and the wind movement from above to the ground, and wind start diverging in both the directions towards the polar region as well as towards the equatorial part of the earth, and that is characterized with the very arid, high temperature, low precipitation, cloudless weather, rainless weather, stability of the weather and climate, and aridity of the environmental conditions are recorded. And the most of the desert, hot desert of the world is located in this anticyclonic belt or the subtropical high pressure belt of the areas of the world. This is the general characteristics. We can say that generally it is circular or semicircular or V shape, and we may say that the maximum air pressure is recorded at center and it decreases towards the outer margin. And the difference between the pressure from center towards the outer margin is just like the temperate cyclone, the difference is 10 to 20 millibar, and sometimes it is reaches to 35 millibar. It means that if there is the 1000 millibar pressure at the center, the pressure in the outer margin will be 900 or the 980, 970 in outer margin and 1000 in central part of that anticyclone, and wind will move from the center towards the outer margin. Then they are much larger in size in compared to the tropical cyclone or the temperate cyclone, and sometimes it is 75% larger than the temperate cyclone. Its extension and its area coverage is very high, and it is larger in compared to the temperate cyclones, and it is 75% more larger in compared to the temperate cyclone in some conditions. However, the anticyclones does not have the such like the track system at like the temperate and the cyclonic movement, but it has also the certain directions. It moves in a very slow movement. The velocity of the wind is not more, and it ranges between the 30 kilometer to the 50 kilometer per hour. The velocity of that anticyclone movement, that does not move in a very high velocity, very sluggish, very slow and calm wind movement is there in the anticyclonic movement, and that ranges from 30 kilometer to 50 kilometer per hour. Because of the high pressure in the center and the low pressure in outer margin, wind will move from the clockwise direction in northern hemisphere from center towards the outer margin, and anti-clockwise direction from the in the southern hemisphere. And generally we see the wind is descending down from above in the center, and जैसे ऊपर से नीचे की ओर आ रही है विंड हाई एल्टीट्यूड से बॉटम की ओर, तो सेंटर में हाई प्रेशर है, लेकिन जब ये वापस दूसरे जगह में डाइवर्स कर रही है हॉरिजेंटली, लो प्रेशर सिस्टम इन द आउटर मार्जिन, एंड दैट विल कॉज फॉर द एटमॉस्फेरिक स्टेबिलिटी. बेटा हमेशा एक बात याद रखना कि वेयर एवर द विंड विल कम्स अबव टू द ग्राउंड, ऊपर से अगर नीचे की ओर हवा वर्टिकल मूवमेंट में आ रही है, ऊपर से नीचे आ रही है, वहां पे वेदर बड़ा स्टेगनेंट काम और क्लाउड वहां बनना बड़ा मुश्किल है, वहां पे रेनफॉल होना बड़ा मुश्किल है, और एटमॉस्फेरिक स्टेबिलिटी वहां रिकॉर्ड की जाती है जहां पे ऊपर उठने ही न दिया जाए एयर को. लेकिन जहां पे एयर आपके ऊपर उठती हो, चाहे वो ओरोग्राफिक बैरियर से ऊपर उठे या चाहे वो कन्वेक्शनल करंट के फॉर्म में ऊपर उठे, लेकिन अगर एयर ग्राउंड सरफेस से ऊपर की ओर अगर उठ रही है तो वो एडियाबेटिक कूलिंग की वजह से वहां पे कंडेंसेशन की पॉसिबिलिटी ज्यादा है, इनस्टेबिलिटी वेदर की पॉसिबिलिटी ज्यादा है, और साथ ही साथ क्लाउड का फॉर्मेशन, कंडेंसेशन और प्रिसिपिटेशन ज्यादा होगा. हालांकि वहां पे टेम्परेचर बहुत ज्यादा होता है आपका सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर बेल्ट एरिया में, जहां पे डेजर्ट हो, वर्ल्ड का ज्यादातर हॉट डेजर्ट हो, वहां टेम्परेचर वाकई बहुत ज्यादा होगा. लेकिन हवा जो डिसेंड हो रही है ऊपर से नीचे की ओर जो आ रही है, वो नीचे से उठने वाली हवाओं को रेसिस्ट कर देती है, उठने ही नहीं देती. और यही वजह है कि वर्टिकल फ्रॉम ग्राउंड टू एबव हवा मूव नहीं करती है. जो हवा ऊपर से आ रही है उसकी मात्रा ज्यादा है, उसकी डेंसिटी ज्यादा है, वो ड्राई है, इसलिए उसके अंदर वेट ज्यादा है और ज्यादा प्रेशर लगाती है. और नीचे से जो हवा उठने की होती है, जो भी उसके अंदर मॉइस्चर कम है वाटर सोर्स न होने की वजह से, इसलिए वो वेलोसिटी भी उसकी ज्यादा नहीं होती, और ऊपर से आने वाली हवा उसको प्रेस करके नीचे ही दबाए रखती है. और यही वजह है कि वहां पे हमेशा हाई प्रेशर सिस्टम देखने में मिलता है सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर बेल्ट में. जहां भी ऊपर से हवा नीचे की ओर आएगी तो उसका वॉल्यूम कंट्रैक्ट होगा. जब वॉल्यूम कंट्रैक्ट होगा तो उसके अंदर का जो तापमान है वो बढ़ेगा. because of the pressure generations and because of the contraction of the air, that descending air will record more temperature in compared to the ascending air. And that's why it will be in the heat will be increased, and the possibilities of the condensation will not be recorded, and there will not be the precipitation if there will not be the condensation. Then you have to correlate all these concepts which has been already discussed in the previous classes, and we will discuss it in more detail afterwards. Then the time will come. Tomorrow we will focus upon the classification of climate, especially the classification of the climate by Köppen, Vladimir Köppen, who was the one of the important scholar who has presented the taxonomy or the classification of the climates on the basis of the various weather characteristics, especially the natural vegetation type and the type of the annual pattern of the annual range of the precipitation and temperature. Thank you so much for this class. All the best for your. Tomorrow I will shift to the class not at 8 o'clock, but it will be at 10 o'clock. I think. Okay. Okay. So I will discuss. I will discuss at what time. Yeah. 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 Till evening. Till evening you have to complete and finish it.
Yes, sir.
Because I have to give the marks also, na? Okay, tomorrow by tomorrow you have to submit,
Okay,
and
sir. Thank you.
12 noon.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
thank you, thanks a lot. All the very best.